Oh, what's good? What's good? We're live. We're live. Hold on. I didn't already messed up already. I done forgot to monetize the. I done forgot to monetize the video. I done forgot to monetize the video. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if we could go get this mug monetized. Let's see if we could turn on monetization. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we can turn on the monetization. We can wait from people to come into the stream because GMT got a whole lot to talk about. We got Tampa, we got Tampa Supreme. He out there, he out there in the hurricanes. You got Kamala Harris throwing hurricanes at you. Tampa Supreme talking about that storm was overhyped. Now, to be fair, Tampa Supreme, it's still dark outside when the sun come up, and we gotta assess the damage. Then people is gonna be missing, bodies is gonna start washing up on the streets. So it may seem overhyped right now because you weren't exactly where the storm hit, but where the storm hit, I'm sure there's gonna be many of people torn out the frame. We got Tampa Supreme says my power storm. Well, Tampa Supreme, you got lucky. You got lucky, but it's gonna be a couple of Negroes out there. They're gonna need that $750 FEMA check. So I want to welcome you guys. To the Grandmaster Troll Show. Shout out to the Nif the dishwashers, the bedwetters, the defactors of the Black Order, the gorilla simps, the gorilla pimps, the single women out there, and now we gotta add the survivors of Hurricane Helen and Hurricane Milton, but most importantly, witness the power and the might. That is the most dangerous troll on YouTube. Well, you guys see the title of streams. We're gonna talk about why Americans can't afford to evacuate from hurricanes. And we gotta talk about people dying. That's right. We gotta talk about people dying on the Democratic plantation. And the reason why it's a Democratic plantation, because if you can't afford to leave the plantation, that makes you a slave. If you ain't got your freedom papers, meaning them ducats in your pocket to leave your oppression, to leave a life-threatening situation, that makes you a slave. And this is what modern day slavery looks like. We got Lowcast in the building. I'm surprised Lowcast is up this late. I'm surprised Lowcast is up this late. But I gotta talk about a whole lot of things before I talk about the hurricane, before I talk about people dying on the Democratic plantation. I got to talk about the Democratic Party. I got to, and this stream it may get this channel terminated. What I'm about to say, but I'm putting together a list. I'm putting together a list of Democratic political leaders that I can't stand. And if I see there's at least two people, there's at least two Democratic political leaders that if I ever saw in person, if their security detail looks like, if I see these two individuals, I am slapping the taste out of their mouth for what they have done to the states and the country that they govern. We got Reed Jones in the building. If I see, because there's about 10 Democratic politicians I can't stand. Let me see if I could name the people on the back end of the list. uh, uh, I want to say Joe Biden was pretty high on the list. He was pretty high on this, but he has proven to be a punch drunk old man who's suffering from dementia, could be suffering from Parkinson's, and he's kind of because of that, and he's not, he's staying out of the limelight. He's falling off the list, but this is a short list of Democratic politicians I can't stand. Mayor Shane Tao of Oakland, California. I cannot stand Mayor Shane Tao. I cannot stand Mayor London Breed of San Francisco. She is up for re-election, and London Breed has to go. Who else? Who else? Hold on. Let me get my good old Google. Who is the mayor? Who is the mayor of Los Angeles? I mean, the way Negroes is getting torn out there from Karen Bass. Oh, Karen Bass, you got to go. You got to go. Karen Bass gotta go. Who else is on? Who else is on the list? Let me see. The mayor, the mayor of Chicago, the mayor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson. Brand, you see, I would have said Lori Lightfoot a couple of years ago. Then they introduced Brandon Johnson, and that boy Brandon Johnson, you got to go. There's too many Negroes dying in Chicago. There's too much money going to illegal immigrants. That person's gotta go. And then we gotta talk about Mayor Eric Adams, who just got indicted. Mayor Eric Adams, you believe in all that, giving illegal immigrants all this stuff, and then when you saw it was hurting your city, all of a sudden you decided to switch your tune. But at that time, it was too little too late. And then when you did switch your tune, the Democratic Party indicted you, Eric Adams. You got to go. Then the next person on the list, and this person two years ago wasn't even on the list. Tim Walz. Oh my God. You see that dude? Oh, you seen that dude on the debate stage? You see him doing interviews with Fox, trying to Negro sway, talking about I'm a knucklehead. Tim Walz, you got to go. And I think this puts us to the top two people. Number two on the list. And this person is fighting hard to be number one. This person is fighting hard to be number one. But number two on the list, Vice President Kamala Harris. I haven't seen a worse vice president than Kamala. Word salad. I don't know if I'm black. Can't answer a direct question. Harris. I can't stand if I saw Kamala Harris and that security detail is lacking. I am willing to risk 5 to 10 years of my life and slapping the taste out of her mouth to let her know the kind of job that she has done as vice president. I mean, she is the worst. When they ask Kamala Harris questions, she don't even answer the question. The answer she gives is so bad that the person then has to re-ask the question. And then when they re-ask the question, she still don't answer the question, and now she on all these nigga platforms. She going to call her daddy platform. She wanna do interviews with Kai Sinat. She doing interviews with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, but she won't show up to a Dave Ramsey platform who actually has a platform centered around knowledge, wisdom, and education. She won't show up on platforms that stand on substance, that don't talk about nigga shit. But she'll go to these Negroes that have been bought and paid for to do interviews with them and talk about absolutely nothing. Kamala Harris is number two. Number one person on this list. Number one person on this list, and they're telling me this person wants to run for president. This person doesn't have the resume. And by what I say, doesn't have the resume, just like Kamala Harris. You see, Kamala Harris on paper has the resume to run for president, but she doesn't have the record to run for president because she's not good at her job. She's not good at her job. But this person that's number one on the list, Governor of California, Gavin Newsom. What Gavin Newsom has done to the state of California with homelessness, crime, fixing the roads, forcing about to force citizens to have to pay money to drive on the freeway. What Gavin Newsom has done to the state of California, it is it's criminal. I mean, it is so bad. It is so bad. This just might be my last year in California because after what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden did the last 3.5 years, and I'm looking ahead, trying to get by, trying to survive, hoping for a big break, something. I want to be able to buy a house, and unfortunately, I don't believe that that's going to happen in the state of California. So this might be my last year. They dissolved the Pac-12 conference, so all the colleges in California, they don't play all in the same conference. Some of these colleges went to the Big Ten, some went to the Big 12, some went to the ACC. So that means a lot of these schools like Stanford, USC, UCLA, Cal, when they play their games for basketball and or football, and since I'm working to officiate in those leagues, I really don't have to stay in the state of California because what the signers like to do is, if you're from California, if you live in California, they tend to give you those games. But since they're no longer a conference now, and they're playing schools in the East Coast, they're playing schools in the Midwest, I really don't have to stay in California. So this just may be this may be my last year in California, because what they have allowed to happen is ridiculous. In fact, I gotta break down what the different levels of the Democratic plantation is. You see, right now we have a Democratic president. So if you're in a city with a Democrat, if you're in this city that has a Democratic mayor, you're in a Democratic city. If you're in a city and state that has a Democratic mayor and a Democratic governor, you're in a Democratic stronghold. If you're in a place with a Democratic mayor, a Democratic governor, with a Democratic president, you are on. You are in a Democratic plantation. And when you realize that if you live in a Democratic plantation, and this is going to offend a lot of people when I say this. You are a modern day slave. And the reason I say this, just like them folks in Florida right now, especially that's in Tampa Bay, and if you know anything about the city of Tampa Bay, even though the governor is a Republican, the mayor of Tampa Bay is a Democrat. So you live in a Democratic city. And what is happening in these Democratic cities is people are becoming slaves in their own community. Out here in the city of Oakland, you could be in your house right now. People could be trying to break in your house. If you take a gun and you try to defend your house and you use your gun, the police will take your gun and the district attorney will consider pressing charges on you. Meaning, you will be charged with a crime and you will have to you will have to go to trial and be tried by a jury of your peers. And people don't realize that when you live in a Democratic city, stronghold, and or plantation, your peers have been brainwashed to believe that if somebody's breaking in your house and that person has their back turned to you, they're running away, or they don't perceive an immediate threat, if you're not in a stand your ground state, that jury has been indoctrinated to convict you. And even if they don't secure an eviction, you're going to have to pay and spend a lot of time, money, and resources fighting for your freedom. But it gets even worse than that. You could go to the store, walk down the street. The Jack boys will jump out the car and roll up on you. And the Jack boys are looking to take your money, your merchandise, whatever you got valuable, or even your life. They will take your life. Other innocent bystanders will do nothing to help you as they take your valuables and or your life. They will record it and do absolutely nothing. And then you could pick up your phone, especially if you here in the Democratic plantation known as Oakland. You could get your phone, dial 911, and you will get a busy tone, and or nobody will answer. And if they do answer, it's going to take the police 2 to 3 hours to get to your call so that they can help you. It is getting so bad that people are being victimized of crimes and they're not even calling the police to report the crime. And since they're not calling the police, Mayor Shane Tao will do a press conference and will have the audacity to say crime is going down. And your body is out there laid out in the street. This is what's happening in these democratic plantations. We got Buster Free Jones says, just move to Walnut Creek. See, what he don't understand. See, what you don't understand about the Democratic plantation. After these Jack boys done robbed all of Oakland, after they done robbed all of San Francisco, after they done robbed all of Vallejo, after they done robbed all of Antioch, where do you think the Jack boys go? They go to cities just like Walnut Creek, like a Concord, like a Dublin. Places where crime used to be non-existent, and then crime stopped happening over there. And what do the people get on the news and say? It's always the same line. But I'm so shocked that somebody would do this. I don't understand why somebody will rob an old man and leave him in the street maimed and injured. Because people do not want to get tough on crime. You don't believe me? Let me play 2 videos for you. And this will prove my point about the Democratic plantation. Let me see if I could move this over here. Let me see if I could share the screen. We want to share the entire screen with the audio. with the audio. Hit share. See if I can show you a couple of stories since the people don't believe me. We got the real Aaron Collins says I'm in SoCal, so I know what you mean, GMT. The real Aaron Collins, the two videos I'm about to show you is from Southern California. We got professional boxer Mylik Birdsong killed in South LA shooting. That's right. This is where Karen Bass is the mayor of. This is where Governor Gavin Newsom is the governor of. This is where Kamala Harris was the attorney general, and this is where Joe Biden is the president of. This is South LA is a Democratic plantation. What happens on a Democratic plantation? Let me show you.
Local boxer shot and killed in South LA, and now the heartbroken mother of Mylik Birdsong is speaking out as police search for the people who did it. Thanks again for joining us here on ABC 7, Hulu, and wherever you stream. I'm Ellen Leyva.
And I'm David Ona. The mother of boxer Mylik Birdsong says that her son was returning home for Sunday dinner when this happened.
She says that she watched gunmen execute her son just outside her home. Eyewitness News reporter Leo Starwood spoke with the grief-stricken mother.
The family of 31-year-old WBF International welterweight boxing title holder Mylik Birdsong says he was training hard for an upcoming title fight next month. That is, until tragedy struck.
It's senseless. It's just senseless. It don't make sense to me.
Zanya Birdsong left traumatized after she says she witnessed gunmen execute her son Mylik just outside her South LA home late yesterday afternoon, just before 5.
I don't know how to process it. He's a triplet. I lost his other 2 brothers at birth. He survived it. It's like I'm numb.
Zanya says her son came home to join the family for Sunday dinner, and before he could even get out of his car, gunmen drove up and started firing at him. She says her son exited his vehicle and took off running, and the gunman followed close behind him, shooting. She says her son fell to the ground on the side of her home. The gunman stood over him and executed him. With her eyes closed, Zanya speaks to her precious boy.
Stop the motherfucking show. Stop the mother. We gotta stop the motherfucking show, because I don't think people understand what they saw, what happened, and why it's a Democratic plantation that I'm talking about. See, a lot of people are going to see a young black man, IBF, a world champion boxer. Can you imagine a world in which Floyd Mayweather, at the top of his game, was gunned down? Can you picture a Roy Jones Jr. in his prime? The Roy Jones. Can you imagine Mike Tyson before he lost to Buster Douglas, before he bit off Evander Holyfield's ear? Can you imagine Mike Tyson getting gunned down in the streets like a dog? Could you imagine the uproar? Can you imagine politicians actually getting involved? Because back in 94, you got the crime bill. Back in 94, they weren't talking about defund the police. Back in 94, they weren't talking about we're not doing no high-speed chases. If people is robbing and they're going 70 miles per hour, we're just going to let them get away, and we're just going to catch them the next day or some other time, or we're going to have shot spotters all around. We're going to put cameras that can read license plates, and they're going to tell us where the criminals are at, and we're just going to get the criminals another time. That didn't happen in the early 2000s, in the 90s, in the 80s. But fast forward today, this is what these Democratic politicians want to do to fight crime. You got people jumping out of cars, shooting people. The man took off running for his life. They shot him some more until he fell on the ground. Then with his mother over there yonder, they walked up to the world champion boxer, told him to turn his punk ass over like Doughboy told the dude who took out his brother and Boys to the Hood, told him to turn his punk ass over and finished him off. And now we're gonna talk about banning guns. We're gonna talk about why are we shooting each other, this, that, and the third. But let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back to the clip. Because I gotta point out the disrespect, and this ought to offend a lot of black men. This ought to offend a lot of black men. Let me go ahead and replay it, because I don't think people caught this right here.
Next month, that is, until tragedy struck.
Stop the show right here. So we see the mother, and there's a black man right here. Now I don't know if this black man right here, I don't know if he's Mylik's father. I don't know if he's Mylik's uncle. I don't know if he's a community activist there for support. I don't know none of that. But when they start talking right here,
senseless.
So the mother says senseless, and you could hear her voice loud. The black man right here, you can't hear his voice. And the reason why you can't hear his voice, because the mother has a laugh mic on, and the black man doesn't have a laugh mic on. In other words, they are amplifying the voice of the woman and silencing the voice of the black man. And if we know anything about black on black crime, if black on black crime is going to stop, black men are going to have to take the lead. But every time one of these young black men are gunned down like dogs in the street, they put that woman out in front.
It's just senseless. It don't make sense to me.
Zanya Bird.
And you Negroes sit back and you allow the media to make you play a subservient role in your own destruction. They don't give you no leadership in your community. And since you don't have no leadership in your community, black men get gunned down by other black men over and over and over again, and you don't even know it's happening because you haven't realized that in 2024 you black men are modern day slaves, and your job is to die on the plantation. Your job is to die on the plantation. And when you die on this plantation, everybody else gets paid for it. You see, this is ABC7.com news. There's a videographer that went to record this. This videographer, I'm willing to bet, makes at the very least, $70,000 a year going around the Democratic plantation of Los Angeles, interviewing black mothers who have lost their black sons, black daughters due to crime in the community.
Birdsong left.
The person who narrates this makes $70,000 a year telling the stories of how your son, your nephew, your brother, your uncle, your father, how they got gunned down, and you get on TV every day. I just wish we could stop, and you don't even realize there's no incentive to stop murdering you Negroes in the streets, because companies like AB7 News depend on, they make money off of, they make charitable donations when they get that money. They buy studios, they buy camera equipment, they play bonuses off of your death. And you Negro, especially you black men, you haven't figured it out. Just like this black man with the King Mylik shirt, he ain't even figured it out that the people who he think is there to help him to tell his story, to make this so-called gun violence stop or to go away, is not going to go away, because the Democratic plantation, the owners, the slave owners of the Democratic plantation, need gun violence. They need criminals to run amok. They need people to get shot. Because every time the news come on every day, in order to get you people to watch so they could collect advertisement dollars, so they could get sponsorship money, they lead with stories of people getting murdered in the streets like dogs, and y'all haven't figured it out yet. Y'all haven't said, you know what, ABC7 News, I know you want to amplify our voices. I know you want to share our pain with the world in order to bring us some closure and see if we could get gun violence to stop. But you know what, AB7 News, you're not going to use me as a pawn in your game so you can make money and make me play a subservient role in my community by putting a lav mic on the mother and letting her speak. But you won't let the black men speak, and we are the ones dying in the street like dogs. But y'all allow this to happen every day on the Democratic plantation.
Traumatized after she says she witnessed gunmen execute her son Mylik just outside her South LA home late yesterday afternoon, just before 5.
I don't know how to process it. He's a triplet. I lost his other two brothers at birth. He survived it. It's like I'm numb.
Zanya says her son came home to join the family for Sunday dinner, and before he could even get out of his car, gunmen drove up and started firing at him. She says her son exited his vehicle and took off running, and the gunmen followed close behind him, shooting. She says her son fell to the ground on the side of her home. The gunmen stood over him and executed him. With her eyes closed, Zanya speaks to her precious boy.
I love you. I just love my baby. I love my baby. They murdered my child in front of me. In front of me. Who does that?
Police say 2 gunmen shot
My baby. I love my baby. They murdered my child
over him and executed him. With her eyes closed, Zanya speaks to her precious boy.
I love you. I just love my baby. I love my baby. They murdered my child in front of me.
They murdered your child in front of you. Back during slavery days, the slave master would beat, rape, torture, burn, castrate, hang, shoot, amputate, kill slaves in front of their families. But instead of the slave owners doing it, they use people that look like you to do it now. And y'all Negroes still ain't figured it out that you are living in modern day slavery.
In front of me. Who does that?
Police say 2 gunmen shot and killed Mylik and took off in a getaway car. Police searching for the shooters and a motive. Mylik's family says he was not a gang member or a troublemaker. They say his passion was boxing and helping the less fortunate.
We'll pass out food and ask homeless people, the less fortunate, what size you wear, are you hungry? And then he would sit with them and talk with them and ask them what happened.
As for the gunman who murdered her son,
I don't wish death on nobody, not even the ones who murdered him.
Stop the show. She don't even wish death on the people who murdered her son. Let me tell you how idiotic that is. I believe we all saw the trial of the individual who murdered Young Dolph. Y'all remember the Young Dolph rapper? Oh, let me slide back up real quick. I almost forgot. We got 9 Swerve Zones says many Walmarts are closing 5-finger discounts. Thanks for supporting the channel. We all seen the murder trial of Young Dolph, where one of the individuals who came out with the big gun with the drum on it, talking about, that's me right there with the big gun with the drum on it. I was the first one to jump out the car. I ran up to the window and I start drilling. And then straight drop got out the car, and he had the small gun, and he may have fired 2 or 3 shots. The young man who was on the stand said, that's straight job. That's me. They asked him, why did you kill Young Dolph? And the dude who took the stand told a flat out lie. The man who killed Young Dolph, he said, the reason why I killed Young Dolph is because I needed some money for my daughter's birthday. You see, this is just the problem with you Negroes who like the drill, who like to jump out on people and jack people and all this, that, and the third. I would actually respect y'all drilling if y'all kept it real. Because that ignorant nigga did not shoot young Dolph so he could buy presents for his daughter's birthday. He killed young Dolph because he thought he was going to get 5 figures plus of money so he could go to the dealership, get him one of them Hellcats so he could go to the mall so he could get dripped out and get some jewelry so he could go to the club and stunt on niggas and be known as the King Von of Memphis. You see, if that dude who took out young Dolph, if he had the heart to get on the stand and said, I killed young Dolph because I wanted to stunt on niggas at the club and have a rep like King Von so these bitches and these nigga bitches would like me, I could actually respect that. And then you got this woman right here talking about I don't wish death on the people who murdered my son. And just like young Dolph, when they killed young Dolph and they showed the getaway car that they got in, and it showed them pulling up to that apartment complex. And when they got out that car, they was high-fiving each other. They was laughing because they knew they was going to get a 5-figure check, and they were going to go to the club, stun on bitches, make rap songs about how they took out young Dolph and how they was going to be the King Von of Memphis. Then you got Straight Drop, dumbass. Instead of him actually pleading guilty and just going away, he gonna sit up there. He gonna sit up there with a notepad. He had a notepad and pen writing shit down. If that ignorant nigga had a notepad and pen while he was in grade school, while he was in middle school, while he was in college, he wouldn't need to be killing other prominent rappers so he could stun on niggas at the club. He could have took his ass to college, graduated, got a degree, and got a job, and then used that money from that job to stun on niggas at the club. But when you on the Democratic plantation, when you're on the Democratic plantation and you get paid what are they paying y'all Negroes now on the Democratic plantation? What they paying y'all niggas $15 an hour? They paying y'all Negroes $20 an hour? Can somebody tell me, what are they paying y'all Negroes on the Democratic plantation? Because we got Kamala Harris talking about, my plan to strengthen the economy is I'm going to open up an opportunity economy because people got dreams and aspirations and goals, and they can't meet it and they can't buy a house. So I'm gonna give them $25,000 so that they could buy a house. And then I know these Negroes is brilliant. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give them a $50,000 tax deductible because you can't start a business with $5,000. So they paying y'all Negroes $20 an hour on the Democratic plantation. School teachers getting paid what, 40,000 a year, $50,000 a year? think about this. You are a fifth grade school teacher. They paying you. Hold on. Google, how much do fifth grade teachers make? The average fifth grade teacher's salary in California is 65,000 as of September 1st, but the range typically falls between $54,800 and $79,000. That's in California. So I can only imagine what they paying y'all in Memphis, Tennessee. So imagine you got a job as a fifth grade school teacher where you got to be at the school 8 o'clock in the morning. School don't get off until what, 3:30? So you done spent your whole day teaching them raggedy ass kids, and you barely got enough to pay your rent, mortgage, and bills because you are on a Democratic plantation. You are a slave, but you're walking around here like you're not a slave. Let me say that again. You walking around, you going to job, you making $50,000, $55,000 a year. Can't afford to buy a house. You could barely afford to put gas in your car. And now when hurricanes come, you don't even got the money to evacuate. So back to a straight drop. He see y'all Negroes out here struggling. He see all you Negroes who got jobs barely getting by. He see y'all living like slaves. So straight drop, he a smart motherfucker. He say, I don't want to be a slave. So what does he become? He becomes an overseer. See, but you Negroes, you don't know what an overseer is. GMT, what is an overseer? Well, back in slavery days, the owner couldn't keep an eye on all the slaves and make sure they was doing their work, make sure they was doing this, that, and the third. So he had to put somebody in position to watch over the slaves to make sure that they doing the work. The overseers now are your celebrities, your rappers, your basketball players. They keep y'all Negroes in line. You either go to their concerts, you watch their movies, you watch their podcasts, you let them influence y'all. He says, I don't want to be a slave. I want to be an overseer. Specifically, I want to be an overseer in the rap industry. So Yo Gotti and his big brother, young Jook, is putting bounties on people's head. And he says if I kill a young dog, I could get on. I could get me my 5-figure bounty collection. I could get my YouTube channel popping. I could get me a record deal. And if I get me a record deal, people will follow me. I get followers on Instagram. I can start my own podcast. I could be on. Turns out they only got paid $800. Meaning they only got paid a week's worth of pay at the local McDonald's. Plan didn't work. But y'all people, they take out your mother, they take out your father, your brother, your son, and y'all don't want no retribution. And when they do, run them and hit your loved one with the strap. When they get in the car, they slapping high fives, they laughing, they making rap songs about it, they giggling, they're having a good old time tearing your loved ones out the frame. Let me see if there's more. Let me see if there's more to the story real quick.
I don't have it in my heart to wish death on nobody. That's not me.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content.
Look at your boy Mark Brown. Look at your boy. Look at your boy Mark Brown. He got the haircut. He got the mustache looking good. He got the tailored suit with the tie, with the lapel clip, with the handkerchief, and he get his freshest suits, and he wear his fresh suits just so they could show him when your loved ones get torn out the frame, and you Negroes still ain't figured it out yet.
United Six family and friends mourning the.
We're gonna go ahead because I think this one should be a different one. I think that enemy, yeah. This is the one I also wanted to play. Let's go ahead and let's run through this real quick.
Death of a professional boxer who was shot and killed last night in South LA. Mylik Birdsong was killed outside of his mother's home in a drive-by shooting.
Tonight, the search for his killer is intensifying. NBC4's Alex Rozier joins us live now with more on Mylik and the very latest on this investigation. Alex.
How much you think Alex Rozier is getting paid yearly to report on stories of young black men getting torn out the frame by gun violence in the Democratic plantation that is Los Angeles? How much money you think he's getting paid? $50,000, $60,000?
Colleen and Robert, LAPD is still trying to figure out who killed Mylik Birdsong because police said after two people shot at him, they drove off. And tonight, while detectives investigate, the family is mourning the loss of this 31-year-old boxer with a big heart.
Mylik Birdsong's been boxing since the 9th grade.
We trained every day. We trained twice a day.
And as the reigning welterweight champion for the World Boxing Foundation, his mom Zanya knows all that training paid off.
My baby was born to fight. I didn't know that at the time. That was his thing. He enjoyed boxing, regardless of the busted lips, the stitches, the broken hands.
Mylik's strength was so easy to see, and so was his heart. Ramona McCardell is his aunt.
Anything he could do for anyone, he was so willing to do it. They would have Thanksgiving dinner.
So they interview everybody in the family but the men. But y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. They talk to everybody but the men of the family. But y'all don't hear me.
And he would pack up food to take to the homeless.
And on Sunday, he showed his heart once more when he bought dinner for family, brought it to his mom's house, then said goodbye.
He kissed me right outside. Mama, I'll see you in a couple of days. I said, okay, babe. Next thing I knew, I heard gunfire.
LAPD said around 5 Sunday night, Mylik was standing outside the home in Gramercy Park when 2 people pulled up and shot him. Police said the gunman drove off, then an ambulance rushed him to the hospital where he died.
I don't know, it was his time. I believe it was just his time.
Police are still searching for the shooters.
I pray, I believe with faith, but I know this battle is not mine. It's not mine, it's the Lord's. I do know that. So whoever done that, that's something they have to answer to.
Sound just like them slaves from the old slave movies. I'm gonna put it on God's hand. I believe in the good Lord. You know, the good Lord's gonna fight the good fight.
But I know this battle is not mine. It's not mine, it's the Lord's. I do know that. So whoever done that, that's something they have to answer to.
It's been a difficult year for this family. Zanya's mom died this summer, and now months later, she'll bury her son.
So I'm powerless over losing him, but I got him right here. He's right here. He's with me.
She said Mylik's spirit will stay with her, just like the memories of his boxing talent and kind heart.
And as for the investigation, the LAPD has not provided a description of the gunman. Anyone with information that may help in this case has to get in touch with the department's homicide detectives. Reporting live in South LA, I'm Alex Rozier, NBC4 News.
So that was NBC4 News, but what I actually think people don't understand, what they didn't understand, you see, us skin folk, one thing we understood about slavery, one thing we understood about the plantation, one thing we understood about oppression, that if it could happen to black people, it could happen to everybody else. And the Grandmaster Troll is about to break down. I got to break down. Hold on. Wait right there. Let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Oh, here we go right here. Here we go right here. I gotta break down the nuance. We got Will Clinton says there's another story of a boxer getting killed by his neighbor in Maryland. But I gotta break down the modern day plantation because people don't understand what modern day slavery looked like. Let me break it down to you. Let me break it down to you with this story.
We begin tonight with this new 7-Eleven flash mob robbery in Anaheim, just the latest in a string of more than a dozen similar incidents in recent months.
The store owner caught right in the middle. NBC4's Macy Jenkins has new video being used in tonight's investigation.
Another street takeover blocks off an entire intersection here in Anaheim this morning, but the simultaneous robbery here at a 7-Eleven makes the takeover unlike anything Anaheim PD has seen before. Watch this video showing 2 masked men trying to force their way into a 7-Eleven store in Anaheim Sunday morning. Police using these videos posted to social media as part of their investigation. You can see the store owner struggling to keep the doors closed as a third masked man tries to join in. And just when it seems he's scared them off, the man in the gray hoodie returns and threatens the owner with what appears to be a large rock in his hands. With a long broomstick in hand, the owner tries to defend himself.
No. I know y'all not living like this on the modern day plantation. I know you not at 7-Eleven making $18 an hour. You making $18 an hour and you gotta fight with the youngins? You gotta fight with the youngins making $18 an hour?
Watch this video showing two masked men trying to force their way into a the takeover. Unlike
Let me go ahead and back it up because I gotta break down these youngins and I gotta tell you who these youngins are.
anything Anaheim PD has seen before. Watch this video showing two masked men.
What do these youngins in the black ski masks? Who do they resemble back during Jim Crow? Who do these people in black masks? What vibes do they give you back during Reconstruction, back during early civil rights? What do these dudes in these masks, who do they look like that black people used to fear? Who do they look like? In fact, hold on. Who do these Negroes look like? Hold on. I think I got me an old raggedy hood right here. Let me see if I can throw mine on real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can throw mine on real quick. Hold on. Mine's just all ripped up and everything. Who do these Negroes look like? Who do we look like back in the? That's right. See, you don't understand. You don't understand. This is the modern day Klansmen. They be out there doing these street takeovers. Hold on, let me see if I can make it a bit more believable to the people out there. They be out at these street takeovers where they do donuts. The KKK did that with horses. You know, the KKK would ride around the black church and they horses. They would ride them horses in circles and circle the church and then set it on fire. You see, the modern day Klansmen, they are at these takeovers where they do donuts, let off fireworks, set cars on fire. Then they go loot businesses. See, back during Jim Crow, the KKK would loot black stores, attack black people. But they got rid of the KKK and they replaced them with this right here. And you American people, you American people don't even realize who you're fighting. You are fighting this is the modern day KKK right here. They have no fear. They record themselves. They coming into your business with instead of the white hoods on, they got the black hoods on.
Trying to force their way into a.
You see the dude trying to close the door. That used to be the old black man back in Jim Crow trying to fight off the KKK to save his business, trying to fight off the KKK to save his family. what ends up happening? The KKK came to your house. They caught you slipping. It was too many of them to fight off. So they would open the door, drag you out of your business, drag you out of your church, drag you out of your house, and lynch you.
A 7-Eleven store in Anaheim Sunday morning. Police using these videos posted to social media as part of their investigation. You can see the store owner struggling to keep the doors closed as a third masked man tries to join in. And just when it seems he's scared them off, the man in the gray hoodie returns and threatens the owner with what appears to be a large rock in his hands. With a long broomstick in hand, the owner tries to defend himself, but he's out.
Look at it. Now he got the KKK, the modern day KKK, in his business. He couldn't fight him off. And the only thing that Negro got is a broomstick. He ain't got a baseball bat. He ain't got a machete. He ain't got a knife. He ain't got a gun. The only weapon he got is a broomstick, because the owners of the Democratic plantation, your Democratic politicians, told you you can't use a gun to defend yourself. So he out there with a broomstick.
Numbered as dozens pour inside and start ransacking the store.
Kids with no sense. Kids with no sense. Parents let them do whatever the hell they want.
Anaheim PD says they got.
You see him at the takeover. You see him at the takeover doing donuts. That's the KKK riding on horses, circling around your business.
Got a call at 1:30 a.m. about a street takeover at the intersection of Orange and Knott Avenues. Then a second call came in about a robbery at the 7-Eleven on the same corner. We spoke to a man named Junior who lives nearby.
That was pretty crazy, man. There was a gang of racing cars, gang of them. Me and my wife inside the house, we hear the commotion. We decided to come to the 7-Eleven. There's a gang of cops here.
Sergeant Matt Sutter told NBC4 by the time officers arrived, the robbery was over, the cars involved in the takeover were gone, and the store was in shambles.
Stop the show. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? And just like back in Jim Crow, when the police showed up, the KKK car, the KKK was gone, the horses was gone, and the black business or the black church or that black home was ransacked and burned to the ground when the police got there. Same thing is happening today. And you American citizens, you still ain't figured it out yet.
The owner told police roughly 40 alleged vandals spent less than 2 minutes in the store, stealing food, merchandise, and even the cash register, and leaving him with a bloody nose.
He had a bloody face when he came by last night. He looked pretty tore up. I mean, I felt bad for the man.
LAPD says they're investigating a string of 14 similar robberies at 7-Eleven stores in Los Angeles. Spent less than 2 minutes in the store, stealing food, merchandise, and even the cash register, and leaving him with a bloody nose.
He had a bloody face when he came by last night.
Can somebody tell me who this is? Can somebody, this guy, his name is Junior. Can somebody tell me who this person is?
He looked pretty tore up. I mean, I felt bad for the man.
I see back in Jim Crow, when the KKK would come and burn down that black house, brutalize the black families in that house, the white person who witnessed it all, who didn't agree with the oppression of black people, this is what that white person would say.
Last night, he looked pretty tore up. I mean, I felt bad for the man.
After they saw the KKK wreak havoc on black families, black people, this is what that white person would say. This is what that white person would feel. He would watch it, see that it was wrong, didn't do nothing to help, but he felt bad that it happened. You see, y'all still ain't figured it out yet. Y'all still ain't figured it out. This is the modern day Democratic plantation. It's alive and well. They just switched the characters.
LAPD says they're investigating a string of 14 similar robberies at 7-Eleven stores.
Why in the hell? Somebody explain this to me. Why in the hell would you work at a 7-Eleven that's in a Democratic stronghold city or plantation for $18 an hour, knowing that Klansmen are coming to loot it? Why would you do it?
In Los Angeles between July 12th and September 26th. Most of them recorded and posted online by the people committing the crimes.
You mean the modern day KKK rose up to these 7-Eleven? They don't just rob, loot, and beat up the individuals inside. They then record their acts and post them on social media for the whole world to see. In other words, just like the Klansman used to hang niggas from trees and take pictures of it and put them in the newspaper for the whole world to see. But y'all don't get it. Y'all still don't get it. Y'all don't follow GMT.
Wow, that is nuts. That's stupid. It's very stupid. It's just the internet is destroying the world. I'm telling you, because it's not like it is. It's not like it used to be. It's scary out here.
I spoke to a clerk inside this.
You right about that. It's not like it used to be. They done changed the whole game of the plantation. They done changed the game of the new. This is the new Jim Crow.
Just the internet is destroying the world. I'm telling you, because it's not like it is. It's not like it used to be. It's scary out here.
I spoke to a clerk inside this evening who says the owner is physically okay, but still shaken up after the robbery. Anyone with information is asked to reach out to OC Crime Stoppers.
Hold on. We got to show the victim.
I want to update you now.
We got to show the victim, because once you see the victim's point of view,
Some developing news in Anaheim, where another 7-Eleven store has been hit by flash mob robbers. This was a particularly brutal robbery that left the clerk injured and bleeding. KCAL News reporter Cara Finstrom is live at the scene in Anaheim, where she spoke to that clerk who was attacked. Cara.
Yeah, and he was pretty shaken up. Very disturbing to see the video on this. There was a group of about 50 young people. They stormed this 7-Eleven that you see behind us, trashed it, stole stuff, and then roughed up the clerk. Take a look. The clerk knocked to the ground, his nose bloodied as attackers laugh and taunt him. Cell phone video posted on social media captured it all. The clerk initially tries to hold back two masked men breaking through the doors. He arms himself with a broom, but is punched in the face. One suspect carries in a rock, threatens the clerk as the rest of the group floods the store. They ransack it, climbing on counters, pushing shelves, and throwing merchandise. The clerk says they took about $300, as well as lottery tickets, cigarettes, other merchandise. This happening right around 1:30 Sunday morning near the intersection of South Knott and Orange Avenue. And Anaheim police say officers were initially called to that intersection for a street takeover, then heard about this robbery. We also have security video we want to show you from the 7-Eleven. Those suspects repeatedly attacking the clerk. He tells us he sustained minor injuries, but he's back on the job because he needs to work. The clerk, whose first language is Hindu, spoke to us with his brother on the phone, helping translate. tell us about what they did to hurt your nose?
He was standing right in front of the counter. A guy came from his back and he pushed him and he fell down on the floor. Tried to hit him on the head.
And this land, the private parts.
Stop the show. Stop the show. Can somebody tell me who this person is back in Jim Crow? See, this person right here, he's the black man that was attacked by the Klansmen and was fortunate enough to survive the attack. And like we saw in them old slave movies, them old Jim Crow movies, them old civil rights movie, just like how they showed and depicted the black man terrified of the KKK. This Hindu gentleman right here is terrified of them youngins, or should I say, the modern day KKK. So just like the black man back in the day, he tried to appeal from a morality standpoint, a victim standpoint, to get justice. And just like in them old Jim Crow movies, that justice that he sought to bring to the Klansman, it never came. And I'm willing to bet the justice that he wants to get from them youngins whooping his ass and stealing $300, stealing lottery tickets, stealing cigarettes, and stealing snacks out of the store, he's not going to get justice for that. But more importantly, if them youngins come back, if the Klansmen come back, he's not going to fight and put his life on the line and take out a Klansman the same way when Klansmen used to attack black folks in the past. Black folks was more terrified of taking out a Klansman. But I still don't think people don't get it. I don't think people can follow what GMT is talking about right now.
This kick.
Well, we do this for the family and for our future, but you guys destroying it's not happening. You know, we just ask you please stop doing this to us and to any other 7-Eleven, to any donut shop.
Just heartbreaking to hear that. That donut shop owner says he had to change the way he does business, had to stop selling lottery tickets because of criminals breaking in to get those. So they're asking folks to just remember that there are honest, hardworking people behind these small stores, and they're being impacted by all of this. Police will be looking carefully at that video, trying to identify those responsible and to make some arrests.
Just like them black folks back then, they were hard working, innocent people. So are these business owners. They claim to be hard working, innocent people running a small business, barely getting by. But this is what happens on the Democratic plantation. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I got to talk about these hurricanes. I got to talk about these hurricanes in the Democratic plantation because man. Let me see if I can find this video real quick, and then I can get into my Let me see. Man. Where's that video? Where's that video? Did they take it down? Did they take it down? Or do I gotta go on my history to see if I can find? Let me see if I can find it in my history real quick. Let me see, where is it? Cause that was probably all. They took it down. They took it down. They took it down. Hold on. So somebody's gotta have that video. I don't want to play that video. Somebody had. Oh, that's terrible. They took the video down. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I know somebody had the video. They took it down. Oh, that's crazy. I gotta play his video. They done took it down. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, no, it's right. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, I went and found the video. So we gotta talk about this hurricane, and we gotta talk about this. See the reason why it's a Democratic plantation. If you can't leave that plantation because you ain't got the money, that makes you a slave. And the question is always asked. It's always asked, are Americans, were they better off under the Trump administration, or were they better off under the Biden administration? Well, I can assure you, under the Trump administration, during election year, during hurricane season, even though it was a pandemic, even though certain places were under lockdown, I didn't see not one video of people who couldn't evacuate from a hurricane and or tornado and or natural disaster. But here on October 10th, 2024, there's Americans who simply can't afford to evacuate from a hurricane in which a mayor said out of her mouth, if you don't leave, you will die. So there was a caller who called into the Breakfast Club. That's right, called in to the Breakfast Club. Let me see if I can bring that video up real quick. Think I gotta get by this ad first. Okay. Here we go. I got to play this video, and I I don't know. I don't know what happened to the men of this country. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this scene from a movie real quick. Let me see if I can find the scene to this movie real quick, because we definitely got to talk about we gotta talk about how masculinity has fallen to a point where you Negroes are unrecognizable. Let me see if I can find this scene real quick. There we go. So first we're gonna play the interview from the Breakfast Club. We gotta talk about this caller. Because what I heard non-swirl zone, I cannot believe what I heard from this call. I was driving to work and I saw ABL do a video on it, and then I clicked on it because I thought maybe ABL didn't play the whole thing, and I wanted to hear it without his commentary over it. And I could not believe what I heard. This is what I heard.
This Tone from Tampa, man.
Tone from Tampa. What's up, brother? How was everything out there?
It's a little light rain right now, heavy wind, but I'm gonna just keep it a buck, man. This ain't where it's at, man.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna say y'all right in the middle of it. The eyes hitting Tampa from what the map shows right now.
Man, bro, my heart, bro, is in my ass, bro.
He said no. He said his heart was in his ass. Let me play that again.
Bro, it's in my ass, bro. I'm scared, man. Bro, my heart, bro, is in my ass, bro. I'm scared, man.
He said no. He said my heart is in my ass, and I'm scared. I'm scared.
And then we still recovering from the lean. And it's like, bro, I want to get this off my chest, bro. This government is playing in our faces, man. It don't matter if it's Republican or Democrat. They playing in our faces, bro. You get Ukrainians come over here, they get what they want. You get immigrants come over here, they get what they want. And you got people being denied these FEMA applications that you talking about the other day, Charlamagne.
Mm-hmm.
People being denied, bro. But you getting these migrants coming over here, $10,000 food stamps, bro. Your goddamn $5,000 cash stipends, man. This shit hurting, bro. We finna get ready to damn near die, bro. A lot of people couldn't afford to evacuate. And this government playing in our face, man.
Damn.
Wait a minute, Charlamagne the God. Wait a minute, DJ Envy. Y'all get on the Breakfast Club every day, talk about how Trump is bad, how Trump is this, and how Kamala is the best thing since the slice of bread, and how you endorse Kamala, and why Kamala this, and why people should vote for Kamala. We sit here, you got a dude who's basically saying, yo girl and yo boy Joe Biden is giving money to migrants, Ukraine, Lebanon, to the tune of billions of dollars. And they can only apply for $750 FEMA check? And the only thing you can say is, damn? You mean you can't hold your girl Kamala Harris? You can't hold her accountable for failing to deliver to the people of Asheville, North Carolina from Hurricane Helen. And now Hurricane Milton is hours at this time of this video, was an hour away from landfall. And then and this is the only thing we could do.
A lot of people couldn't afford to evacuate. And this government playing in our face, man.
Damn. I feel for you, brother. I totally understand, my brother. Absolutely.
It don't matter what they is, Democrat, Republican, they all treason, man. They all about money, bro. None of these people care about American people, bro. This hurt, bro. This hurt, bro. People wake up every day just want to live their life, bro. And you got these greedy snakes, man. You got these greedy snakes call themselves government service people, bro. And they don't give a damn, bro. They don't give a damn about the migrants coming over here. They using them too, man. It's right, man.
You're absolutely right, my
Damn, I
brother.
can't wait to come back, man.
I mean, to hear what he said you can't wait till God come back. He's absolutely 100% right. Because at some point, I don't know who else can help a lot of people other than the Most High.
Well, stop. Wait. Time out. Imagine somebody who calls themselves Charlemagne the God and he says in times like these only God, as in the real God, can help out. I can't believe Charlemagne tried to get that shit off.
Come back, man.
I mean, to hear what he said you can't wait till God come back. He's absolutely 100% right. Because at some point, I don't know who else can help a lot of people other than the Most High.
Well, we're praying for you, brother.
So you got Charlemagne the God, and you got Mr. Real Estate himself, DJ Envy. They talk about how they got all this money, all this real estate. They got people out there hurting. They see the failures of the presidential candidate in which they endorse, and they don't even reach in their own pocket and say, you know what, young brother, I see you going through stuff. You know what? Send me a message through Instagram. I am going to personally help you out. They don't say, you know what? I know you're going through stuff. I'm Mr. Real Estate. I have this rental property. I got a room available. I got this spot available. I got this resource available. Hit me on Instagram. I will help you out. They don't even do that.
Thank y'all, man.
Try to stay as safe as possible, brother.
Man.
And if you're in Tampa, man, listen, y'all, Town and Country, West Tampa, Apollo Beach, Gibson, Davis Island, St. Pete, Clearwater, man, y'all get out the way, man. Get out the way. Go north, man. I don't care if you got to go to a high school, elementary, whatever, man. Get out the way, please.
All right.
Y'all be blessed, man.
Yeah, do what you can to stay safe, brother. And you know, when it's all said and done, we're going to see what we can do to help relief down there, man.
Absolutely.
But I want people to hear exactly how people on the ground feel.
Yeah, that got me almost crying.
That's everyday working class people on the ground. You can't lie to them.
But that's how he feels. And that's what people have been saying for the longest.
It just sounds like he's preparing to possibly not make it.
That man don't want to hear about no statistics. He don't want to hear about no data. He don't want to hear about none of that. He is on the ground, 10 toes down, real life experience. That's what politicians don't want you to see. That's
Stop the show. So that man is looking death in the face. I don't know about you, but I gotta ask, what the hell happened to the men of this country? If a hurricane, if a tornado is coming to me, the last thing I'm doing is calling the Breakfast Club to talk to a Charlemagne the God, to talk to a DJ Envy. Tell them my heart is in my ass and I'm scared to death. That would have never happened. Let me take you to one of my favorite movies right here. Let me take you to one of my favorite movies, Twister, 1996, the original Twister, VHS Twister, that movie. You see him right there. You see that man right there fighting for his family right there? Is he talking about I'm scared? Is he talking about my heart is in my ass? Was he crying? He held that door for as long as he can until he couldn't hold on anymore, and he gave his life. He sacrificed his life for his family. He didn't cry about it. He didn't call a radio show. He didn't call Howard Stern. He wasn't crying about the government. He held that door for as long as he could. But today we got men out here. I have no idea what people are doing in these hurricanes. I mean, I lost a lot of faith in people during the pandemic. What I was seeing, what I was hearing, what people were doing. I lost a lot of respect. And at that point, I didn't think I could lose any more respect. Then we had the Biden and Harris administration, and now they are literally throwing hurricanes at y'all, because a lot of people is telling me that these hurricanes is government made. So we're gonna go ahead and believe that these hurricanes is government made. But let's say they are government made and they're throwing hurricanes at you. Is this something you would do?
Terrifying scene inside a house in the path of Helene.
All right, we got to think about getting out of here.
These neighbors took refuge here as Helene flooded the neighborhood and find themselves trapped in freezing water.
What the fuck is this? I need somebody to explain this bullshit to me. Are you stupid enough to stand in a house with water up to your chest and you sitting there like everything is good? If my house started flooding before the water even got to my ankles, I would get all the valuables I could carry and I would leave. I wouldn't wait till the water to get chest deep and I'm sitting in the house like everything is okay.
5 feet.
Can somebody explain this to me? They don't get on the roof, they don't leave, they don't build themselves a boat. They are literally sitting in a house that's flooded like everything is okay.
Deep.
James, you all right, bro?
Furniture is floating around them, and it seems there's no safe way out. Some are holding their pets to keep them from drowning. They're sheltering in the home of James White in Hendersonville, North Carolina.
We started rescuing our neighbors, which were most of them were between 70 and 90. And at that point, we had about 15 people in my home. There was also other neighbors across the street yelling for help. I said, we've got to devise a plan to get out of here because as the water's rising, we got to do something.
After 2 hours, James and two companions led his neighbors to safety using ropes and life jackets.
Nobody passed away in this neighborhood, and that was the biggest thing and the most heartfelt thing of all of it. We lost everything, but that's trivial. You can't replace a life.
Showing amazing resilience, James and other homeowners in the neighborhood are already back at work today, cleaning out what remains of their homes and starting to rebuild their lives.
The amount of destruction, absolute madness.
And they'll always be grateful for the sanctuary they found in a neighbor's home.
So I guess according to them, that was the only way they can survive. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link so if people want to come up and you could tell me your thoughts about this modern day democratic plantation, because as you see, all those people gotta build a house, and this is what Kamala Harris, who's running for president. My God, Kamala Harris. I still can't believe. I still can we see if I can find that video real quick. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe what your girl said. I still can't believe what your girl said. Let me see if I can pull it up. I still can't believe it.
And I want to thank the local leaders for together creating a task force-like response, knowing that we are at our best when we work together and coordinate resources, coordinate our communications to the maximum effect for the community that has been impacted. And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching this who has been affected. There are FEMA personnel who are going door to door.
Stop the show. Stop the show. Stop the show. Not let me break some news. Let me break some news to you Negroes. I know Maurice Delk in here. I seen him. He's in here. I know some of y'all is voting for Donald Trump. I plan to vote for Donald Trump. But let me tell you something. Because a lot of you Negroes, you ain't figured it out yet. Kamala Harris is going to win this election. Not because she's not going to get the most votes, not because she's going to get the most electoral votes. Just like back in 2020, the fix is in. And the Democratic Party, they play the long game. A lot of you Negroes ain't figured it out yet. You ain't figured out that Donald Trump, back in 2016, he's going to be the last Republican president because the Democratic Party is going to see that these migrants, legal and illegal, is able to vote. And they're sending these migrants to all these different swing states. It gets worse. People from California, they move into Nevada, they move into Arizona, they move into Texas. People in Illinois and New York, they're moving to North Carolina, they're moving to Florida. And when they did the election back in 2020, the state of Texas was blue for the early part of voting. And at the very last second, then Texas turned red. There's a lot of people moving to Atlanta, Georgia, the state of Georgia, that's typically a red state. That state turned blue. Nevada turned blue. Arizona turned blue. So now they're working on Wisconsin, they're working on Pennsylvania, Michigan, Minnesota, that the part of that region, Ohio. And they flew in migrants into those places. So not only are they going to have real voters, even if they don't have the real voters, the Democratic Party is going to find a way. We got, I'm thinking this is Buster Free Jones.
What's good, bro?
Tell me what's on your mind. What the hell is going on? Why can't people afford to evacuate from a hurricane?
I don't know, man. See, maybe the budget too tight. Budget too tight. That's why I left Florida. I don't like dealing with them hurricanes and shit.
So where'd you move? Where'd you end up moving to? If you want to tell.
Cali. Yeah, you know.
You
area.
You came to a Democratic plantation?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, ain't no jobs in Florida. Man, I know people that left Florida to go get jobs. They moved to Pennsylvania, up to the East Coast. Ain't no jobs in Florida.
Ain't no jobs in Florida.
Or they jobs, but they ain't no jobs that you want. Man. For what, $10? When I was there, man, it wasn't even hiring. And I was begging. I was like, "Hey, man, hire me." I was begging.
How much was they paying an hour?
Shit, maybe 10, maybe between 10 13.
$13 an hour.
Yeah, that was like 2013, 15.
Damn. Damn. How you supposed to survive on $10, $13 an hour?
I don't even know. I know. I think most people live with people though down there. You got middle class and you got your poor. Mm-hmm. You got poor, then you poor, then you got your rich, and you got your rich motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did you have family in Florida? Were they able to make it out?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a few people out there.
Mm-hmm. And then did anybody decide to stay and try to ride it out?
Oh, for the hurricane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I think some of them. I didn't even talk to them. I think they left. Knowing them, they probably left. They probably went to Georgia.
Okay.
I could see a few of them staying, but they probably went to Georgia.
So if you need to evacuate from Florida, how much money do you need to evacuate from Florida comfortably?
For the hurricane?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man, all the money you can get. I don't even know. I can't even put a price on it, man. It's not gonna be cheap. I'll tell you that.
With you all, the only thing you need is a full tank of gas.
Oh yeah, well that's it. I mean, shit. Or you got family in other places you could probably stay in with. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of driving. I mean, there's some broke motherfuckers in Florida. I mean, there's some homeless people down there. I think there's a few homeless people down there.
Is the gas expensive in Florida like it is in California? I'm assuming it's
I think
cheaper.
it's cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper.
Is it way cheaper, or is it just like Nevada, New York cheaper?
Boy, it's been so long, man. I think probably cheaper than that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can probably have to ask somebody, but I ain't been there for so long.
Okay.
I know the gas here killing. Crazy.
So you need $40 for a full tank of gas.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe another $40 if you depend on how far you're driving to get back. Food. If you want to stay at a hotel room, so what you need about $400? You tell me people ain't got $400?
Maybe a few. I'm talking about people from the hood, Section 8. Probably not, man.
So
some of these chicks asking for money, man. Come on, some of these broke. They need some money. It's a few broke. They can't put 2 pennies together.
Damn. That's crazy right there.
There's some broke people in Florida, man. I mean, I seen dudes. A dude in his 50s still sagging his pants out there. Still sagging, man. Oh man.
I'm trying to think. What else would make a person now? Okay, if their car has a check engine light on,
mm-hmm.
is there a lot of that in Florida?
I don't even know.
People out there not continuing with the maintenance of their car. So if you out in a hurricane and you driving and you make it to Jacksonville and your car break down and you still get hit by the hurricane,
mm-hmm.
is that a possibility?
I can see that. I can see that happening. I can see if they don't take care of this shit. I can see that happening.
And then I'm assuming since it's the 10th right now, rent was due on the 1st. I know some people needed that extension to the 5th. So you pay your rent. You just got hit with a hurricane. When them hurricanes come, do people get are not able to go to work?
Yeah, they probably ain't gonna work.
So the hurricane from Hurricane Helen hit, you can't go to work. So that means the check that you thought you were going to get is not a full check because you're not working.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're not going to work because this hurricane is coming. Now them pockets is a little light.
Mm-hmm.
But that's crazy. People couldn't afford to evacuate.
Mm. Yeah, crazy. I thought you been there. You don't got no people down there?
Man, the last time and the only time I've been to Florida was to go watch a Raider game, and I think Dan Marino was still the quarterback.
Damn, that's a long time. Yeah. What you talking about? You gonna leave Cali? Where you going to Vegas?
Man, shit, I didn't even made up my mind. I think Vegas, Arizona, Texas, man.
Oh man, crimes.
Man,
You ain't leaving no. It's not like you gonna leave better for crime wise. Vegas, everybody from California is going to Vegas. Las Vegas is California people's second home. I've been there. I was raised there. It's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be the same crime. Man, you can't. You gonna deal with the same. Probably deal with the same bullshit. You gonna deal more gang banging wise. You gonna deal with the gang banging and shit. Depends. You gotta know what neighborhood you stay in. Cause man, I ain't moving back to the hood or ghetto. Vegas, fuck that.
mm-hmm.
Arizona, oh shit. I know they got gangs over there and shit. They probably got the Dauphine problem down there.
Right.
Yeah, so Texas, man, you gonna have to deal with that heat, and you probably gotta deal with that gang banging and shit. So You know, Oakland got its problems for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll say move to Reno, but shit, you probably like the black chicks in Vegas or the light skins and shit.
Ooh, Reno. Reno, man. I could actually make Reno work. Baby Vegas, close to Sacramento.
I don't know. They got you. Well, you like light skinned black chicks, right? You're not into that interracial shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know about the light skinned black chicks. The black chicks you want to get down there. So yeah, Reno pretty cool. I like Reno. Now I can move to. I'll ride move to Reno than Vegas. And you got the casinos. I heard they got a good buffet down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? Sac. Oh, Sac. All right. Sac cool. Sac. I would like to live in San Diego. I like San Diego. That's two places I would like to live: San Diego, Sac.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's those small cities. You gotta check out the small cities too that nobody really talks about. They got cheap rent. You probably don't have to deal with all the violence and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Low key spots.
You in NorCal or Southern Cal?
Oh, North Cal.
Okay. Yeah, I think after this year, after basketball season, maybe time to call it. Maybe time to call it in.
I feel you.
So when we wake up tomorrow, and they're able to assess the damage, how many people you think is not going to be able to make it?
You talking about died?
Yep.
I hope nobody died, but shit. Man, probably 100 people, man. How many people they saying right now?
Oh, well, I have no idea how many right now.
Okay. Oh, I know the homeless is gone. So if they got any homeless down there, anybody that's homeless, dolphins, anybody got a good car pipe bounce. I'd probably say under 200.
So for Hurricane Helen, the death toll is near 200.
Oh shit.
Okay, and it looks like there's been some deaths that's been confirmed for Hurricane Milton.
Now they saying this works with Katrina.
No, it's not. I think like 1,300 people died in Katrina.
Now, why they say they couldn't give out the people the money? They say they give that money to some immigrants.
Okay,
Michael.
so I was looking. So
I don't know if
for the FEMA fund, I guess they distributed some of that money to the migrants, and I guess Congress has to negotiate funding it more for FEMA, but they don't have enough money for the whole hurricane season. So Kamala Harris said something about a disaster relief program. Let me see.
What about the money to give out to the Ukraine, man? You know, they give out some money to them people.
Well, I guess when it comes to giving money to different countries,
they probably got way more. Way more.
They don't need Congress permission for it. But to give money to American people for disasters or for COVID, Congress got to vote and come up with a strategy to plan how to give the money out. Because you remember during COVID, once Trump said he wanted to give people a $1,500 stimulus check, You actually have people in government talking about that. That's too much money to give people. And then they tried to say Trump wants to give Americans that much money because he's trying to buy their vote. But when it came to give money to these migrants in different countries, nobody say nothing.
What's your opinion with Kamala, man? Because you've been California more than me. I know she had her thing with Willie Brown. I know you know Uncle Willie and shit. What's your opinion about her?
Ah, man, she
locked up a lot of black dudes in the Bay. So
I don't have a problem with her locking up black dudes if they was out committing crimes. To tell the truth, I don't have a problem with Joe Biden's crime bill if people was out committing crimes. However, there were some people like there was a gentleman who was innocent.
The black dude.
Yeah.
The Love. What's his name again? I think
he was innocent of his crime or whatever.
Yeah.
And it appears that Kamala Harris and her district attorney office wrongfully convicted her. And I would like for her to come on camera and actually give an apology for what that man had to go through.
Oh, okay.
But Kamala doesn't apologize or take accountability for her bad policies or bad decisions. And then when you ask her questions, she doesn't answer the questions. She gives a big word salad.
Oh, okay. What about her being black? I know she ain't African American for sure. Is she part of the black diaspora? Like the Caribbean in Africa, or she's what you call a mulatto, multiracial type of broad.
I don't consider her mulatto, a black biracial. I think she's Indian.
She's one of the most. I don't know, man. I consider her a mulatto.
Yeah, so for her to be a mulatto, she has to have somebody black in her family, and just because her dad.
I'm talking about her dad's side.
Just because her dad was born in Jamaica, that doesn't make him black, especially when he doesn't. From what I've been hearing, her dad doesn't consider himself to be black.
No, okay. Now, only way I'll call her a multiracial if one of her daddy's side somebody slept with a black person. That's all I'm giving it to her. But she ain't a fool, Everybody knows she ain't, African American. That's the main thing.
Yeah, but Kamala's policies, the lack of controlling the border.
I don't think you control that, man. That border, it depends. Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Nobody can control that border.
Trump only had 2 million migrants come over the border. Kamala Harris had anywhere from 15 to 25 million.
You know about them tunnels? Most of them probably came off the tunnels.
If her numbers were comparable to Trump's administration and or Obama's administration, I could say, you know what, you did just as good as the two presidents before you. But when you allow millions upon millions upon millions of illegal immigrants to come in, and then you give them $10,000, and if we gotta be real, Buster Free Drones, a lot of Americans, especially middle class, lower class Americans, they don't have what the illegal immigrants have in their banking account.
What's that? Money?
Yeah.
Man, I don't see none. You see some of the bank accounts?
If migrants have $5,000 and food stamp benefits, and then another 5,000 and cash benefits, and Americans don't have enough money to evacuate from a hurricane, in which the mayor of that city said, if you don't leave, you're gonna die. I find that to be problematic.
Did America at least help them out? You know, hey, we got buses. Get your ass in the bus. Anything?
So they teamed up with Uber. They got shelters. But then again, if somebody can't afford to leave and you give them an Uber ride to wherever they want to go, they gotta find a way they gotta have money to go where they're going, and then they have to find a way to get back to their house where they live so they can then assess the damage. People don't want to leave their house because all their valuables are in their house. If they leave, somebody could break into their house. If their house gets destroyed or damaged, they're not there to potentially mitigate whatever damage that can happen, which is going to save them from spending money. So you put people in a tough predicament. And then people is applying. You have to apply. Let me say that again. You have to apply the same way you apply for a job. You gotta apply for a $750 FEMA check.
Damn.
And then there's people getting denied from getting the $750 for various reasons.
How much they want? Were they expecting to get what, like 15 G's or some shit?
I mean, if your house gets destroyed, if your car gets washed away or flooded out, you're gonna need transportation. If your house gets flooded and your couch is no good, your bed is no good, your refrigerator is flooded, your freezer is flooded, your bathrooms is flooded, you're going to have to find somebody who can help clean up. And then if you get mold and mildew, you're going to have to clean that up. I mean, $750 is just not enough money.
Oh yeah, duh. Come on. Yeah, 750 ain't gonna do shit. 750 probably could get you a hotel, maybe for 3 nights.
Oh, and then and then your girl Kamala Harris and her plans to fight inflation. She wants to go after companies that are price gouging, but she can't name a product in a company that has been or suspected of price gouging.
Maybe she want to give him she don't want to give him a lead. Maybe she want to give him a surprise or some shit.
A surprise? Well, if you're going to go after price companies that are price gouging day one in your presidency, why can't you go after them now? Why do you have to wait?
Because she wants your vote, man. You know how these politics.
Man.
She wants your vote, then she gonna have her bit. I'm not gonna vote for her anyway. Both of them, I'm not really gonna vote for. But I don't know, man. We'll see what happens, man. Man, if she win, what you gonna do? What's your next step, man? You gonna make a stream and whine about it, or you just gonna accept it?
No. Well, I'm hoping that she win because
Mhm.
every day, every night when I come home from work and
Mhm.
I log into my YouTube and I click the home button, then I click the news tab, and I could watch videos all night of my fellow Americans getting torn out their frame and wondering why they're getting torn out their frame. And the answer is because the people who they put in charge of mayors, governors, and presidents.
Mhm.
And I watch video after video, and I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed about what I see.
Mhm.
Hold on, because when I came home tonight, I didn't do it, so I'm gonna do it right now. I log into my Grandmaster Troll racing channel. I click the home button. I click on the news tab. We got burglars ram car into Oakland cannabis dispensary.
Ah, shit.
We got fight outside Beverly restaurant ends with knockout punch. We got Southern California man shot and killed in Mexico. Then we got a bunch of the hurricane footage. Yeah, but every day when I click on that tab, I'm guaranteed to see somebody get torn out the frame in 4K.
Mhm. Hey, hey, what happened to that OG black dude? I think it was in West Oakland. They tried to rob them. I think he killed one of them. They were trying to kill him for. They were trying to rob him for some weed and some money. I think he was like a cop, a ex cop or retired cop. You heard about that? That's like a year back or two.
I'm trying to think. The only ex cop that I know that shot somebody, he was at a gas station.
He was black.
He was black. He was at a gas station. Somebody tried to rob him.
Yeah,
I heard of that story.
yeah, I think they didn't charge him for nothing, man. I don't think
Well,
he get shit. I mean, he was protecting himself.
he got lucky. He was an ex cop. So
Uh,
the rules is different for him.
oh, for the cops it's different. For the
Mhm.
rest of us, we could just be victims. Okay,
Mhm.
and nah, fuck that. Shit, you don't like Walnut Creek?
I'm trying to think. Do I Walnut Creek?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll tell you, I wouldn't go to Antioch. That's Antioch is is an open do second home. So
no, I don't like Walnut Creek because during the weekday, there's a
Mhm.
bunch of traffic just to get over in that area.
Oh, okay.
Rather if you go through the Collo Cut Tunnel or if you go around 680 and try to get there through Dublin.
Okay. Same thing with Concord. Concord.
Yep, same area.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know other places you can be. Brentwoods, Saliandro. Now I remember
Yeah.
last time I went to Oakland, man, the Lake Mary, man, that shit was dirty as fuck. I was like, damn.
Mm, mm.
And the homeless people don't got no respect. Man, for that.
Yeah.
The grass was something, man. Back in the day, you could actually sit in that grass, man. Now hell no. Got me messed up. Now, all them homeless people you see in California, they from different states.
Man, I almost got into a fight with one of them homeless people, man. So I'm in San Francisco,
Yeah.
I'm in my Corvette driving to work,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a homeless dude walking in the middle of the street, and he's trying to open the door to people's cars.
Mm-hmm.
So he's walking, but he's got like this moped or scooter with him. And when I drive next to him, he tried to open up the passenger door of my car, and I considered getting out of my car and whipping his ass. But I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and go to work
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to take the chance.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, they'll sue you too. The homeless people sue you, man. Shit, they sue these security companies. I remember I heard these lawyers, man. One of them got their ass whooped. The lawyer sued them people, sue the guards, sue the company, sue the store. I think Target or some shit. And the what do you call it? The homeless dude wants some money. I heard he bought a house.
Hey.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Nigga bought a homeless. It's crazy.
But driving through San Francisco near the Tenderloin, it's like a nation of zombies over there.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, they still got them little tents where they can shoot up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, at least it's not Seattle or Portland. Seattle, Portland's way worse. Oh, stay fucked up.
They be out there shooting up drugs, doing the dope fiending.
Mm.
And then if you go to Oakland, there's a bunch of tent cities.
Yeah, I seen it, especially under the freeway, man.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Richmond,
Mm-hmm.
shit. They on the freeway and shit. Berkeley, shit. It wasn't like this back in the days, man. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Because I remember I was driving through West Oakland. I was like, God damn, they just let people live like this.
Mm-hmm. Nah, they want to live like that. Keep it 100 though. Where you gonna put them? And every day's gonna be a new homeless person.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I got a few. Well, I got two couple. I just move them to Detroit or put them in the desert. They're like a ass, build like a big ass project for them and shit, man. And tell them, here, this your new spot.
Yeah, I don't see. It's gotten so bad. I don't see anybody fixing the homeless problem.
Yeah, probably right. Well, probably take somebody with some guts and shit.
Mm-hmm. And then we got non-swirl. Is it true California was trying to pass the bill that gives migrants $100K to buy a home? Well, technically, they were trying to give them $150K to buy a home.
I heard that was for everybody though. Anybody.
They said it was for migrants, but whatever it was, that bill got vetoed.
Oh, okay, damn. If they did pass that shit, half them ain't gonna keep it for that long anyway. Man, you got to work two jobs. One job, and the lady can't stay in the house 24/7. She got to work too.
I want to say in the Bay Area, you're gonna be hard pressed trying to buy a home for $500,000.
Yeah, you see, AB. If you look at Richmond, man, some of them. If you go to like some of them hoods, I think some of them at least cost $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these houses that look like the Brady Bunch houses, from the 70s and 60s, cost $1 million or $500,000, man. Yeah.
That's crazy. You literally got what I would call $200,000 homes and that's being very generous only because it's in California. Because if that house was like in Michigan, Texas, Oklahoma, I think those are actually $50,000 to $100,000 homes. But since it's
Yeah.
California, I'll say it's a $200,000 home, but they want like 700,000, 800,000 for it.
Yeah. Real talk. It's all them techies. It's all them tech companies, people. All them tech companies and Asians from from Asia buying them houses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they let them.
We got non-swirls on. He says, "Why did California black legislators veto black reparations bill? They're under fire now. Shame. I used to live in Riverside." I don't think they never wanted to give cash payments to black people because that'll actually get them off the plantation.
Wait, you supported reparations?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You don't think black people should get reparations?
No. I thought you didn't support it. I think if you get it, shit, I can get some too.
Yeah, your ancestors was getting tortured by the KKK. They got redlined, tried to buy a house. The police was pulling them over, charging them for no reason, taking money out their pocket, all that other nonsense. Yeah, black people deserve a big payday for all of that. It was burning down your businesses, not giving you jobs because you was black.
I was gonna say only way that might happen, you got to get them white folks that got a black grandparent to get them board. That would be funny though, seeing some white dudes asking for some reparations. Now, if you get the white folks aboard, they got that black grandparent. Maybe you could get a reparation. But I thought Oakland, the Bay Area was gonna get their own separate reparation. Remember you heard about? I think it was a Frisco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frisco. The Frisco folks was gonna get their own shit, and that'll be funny. Man. Actually, I would like to see some. I would like to see you guys get reparations though. Man, how much money you guys think you guys what you guys what should you get, like money, what, education, everything, or
Man, if it were up to me, if it were up to me, it would be $250,000 cash, tax deductions, fees, di- discounts on DMV fees, and whatever government programs you want to set up. If it were up to me.
and now you see why white folks now everybody wants you to have some reparations. I tell you, gotta get the money. Okay, your heritage. So you have to be pure black. You have to be pure black because people are not all you guys are pure black. You might have a white grandma, white grandpa, maybe Indian grandpa.
I'm trying to think. You would have to be black, but you would have to be able to point your lineage back to at least 1970.
1970.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because that's coming right off the civil rights era.
Oh, okay. I watched some white dude say, "My great great grandmama was black. She had all this stuff, and a white man took it. I want my reparation." What you gonna tell him?
If what?
Some white dude say he want his reparation because his great great grandma was black.
If he could prove the lineage, sure.
All right.
But yeah, man, you got any final thoughts? I'm gonna shut this one down and get me some sleep.
Oh no, man, I'm good. Everything. Oh, one more thing about I don't know if you seen that fight. The black dude was fighting two white guys at the Trump rally. You seen that?
No, I haven't seen that. Let me look it up.
You gotta check that out.
Fight at Trump rally. Was that today?
I think it was this week or last week.
Okay. I think I see a short of it.
Yeah, two white dudes jump on a black dude.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. Man, what was black Trump cat saying, man? You about to get packed out. At least
Hey,
one black
gotta
dude helped him out.
Trump supporters are now fighting each other at his rallies. This is really whacked stuff. They can't even get along with each other. This is from Trump's Trump advocate for, and supporters fighting each other is like the cherry on top. Check this out. All right, so it's just fists flying. It's complete and total bed.
See, now you gotta make it. You gotta talk about that. You gotta talk about that. That gotta be your next show, man.
Man.
About that one.
I don't even know why they even fighting, man.
Look at him. Look at him. Oh, come on. Bring that Ku Klux Klan. Oh, look at ooh, right there. Got him. Look at that security guard trying to stop the black man. He's getting jumped. He ain't do shit.
Man.
I don't see an angry man talking about that. I ain't see none of these black guys talking about that, man. Reg, angry man. Who else? Oh, maybe ABL, O'Shea. But I'm out of here, man. Thanks for talking with me. Peace.
All right, man. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Man, they got Trump fighters fighting people, man. I guess we gotta see why they're fighting, but it's getting late. I'm a little tired. I want to thank y'all for coming in and watching the Grandmaster Troll show, but the modern day plantation, modern day slavery. It's real. It's real. We got Klansmen, we got overseers, you got your slave owners. It is here. You got your slave wages. It is here. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll. You need to protect yourself when you out on these streets. Because at any time, the youngins will jump out on you. You need to have a plan, a natural disaster. They are literally throwing hurricanes. They're making hurricanes throwing them at you. These hurricanes even come with tornadoes now, as we just saw today. They coming at you. I live in California. I don't have to worry about hurricanes or tornadoes, but we are due for an earthquake. We are due for an earthquake. The last one was, 1988, 35, 36 years ago, 1989. So I got at least 15 more years, at least one every 50 years. So we are almost due for a major earthquake. But with that said, I'm about to go to sleep. Thanks for coming out and watching the Grandmaster Troll show. With that said, peace.